Zombie apocalypse.
Now then, it's Ben Buffon here, and well, a new round of videos starts today with the Ogres. What I'm decided to do for this collection is look at the star players and inducements and who has the best star players and inducements for your teams. And we're going to kick it off with the first video with the big, nasty, brutish Ogres, who very scary individuals. The question is, does any of the inducements or star players really help them? So first of all, we'll go to the star players, what they have. They've got Brickfarth and Grotty, so already they have up to a potential of 6 Ogres. Brickfarth comes with Grotty, and this is a nice combination because first of all, 290 is not too expensive to get you a proper ball handler in Grotty and some more beef. Plus it gives you the potential of a 1-turn touchdown as well. I really like this selection for Ogres. Yeah, he does have the stupid, very stupid, and he is a loner, is Brickfarth, but for 290 with Grotty is amazing because a lot of the time your Snotling's going to have the ball, isn't it? You know, so not exciting. Where Grotty, agility 4 with dodge, movement 6, to me is fantastic value. 290. You know, I mean, obviously it'd be nice if he'd have had some more sexy skills there for Brickfarth, but hey, at the end of the day, another Ogre would give you up to 7 Ogres, and you know, I think he's a good selection. Big Bertha, now an interesting one. Again, no frills. You're paying a lot of cash, 290, but you're paying for that for the simple reason: break, tackle, and dodge together. That's what you're paying this amount of cash for. So basically, me personally, I always like with star players who obviously learners if they've got built-in rerolls, like obviously dodge for when using break, tackle here. So basically, a 2+ with a reroll, it can dodge away from anything. It can also crash a cage as well, and that's one of the reasons you take Bertha into a standard cage. You know, and it'd be a 4+ with a reroll into a normal cage. Again, though, a lot of cash. When I'm looking at Bertha and then I'm looking at Brick, I'm like, oh yeah, that gives me the cage diving potential, but that gives me Grotty. And Nerves of Steel helps me with the 1-turn potential, and I've got strong arm. You know, I mean, when you've got all these big Ogres, you should be able to crash a cage and just mark up the ball carrying, try and make them, you know, hand off the ball or dodge. If it's an elf team, something like that, really elves should not be letting Bertha get anywhere near the ball carrier. So to me, Bertha is very situational. I would definitely prefer Brickfarth just because he gets Grotty with him, and I think that's a much better value for 290 than Bertha. Nobler, not a big fan of chainsaws. Oh, I'm absolutely using jinx with them, but for 130k with blodge, you know what? It might be worth it. Especially if you're against teams what have got very little tackle, or pesky war dancers and elves and stuff like that, may be worth it. Because movement 6, so he's not slow, and having blodge is quite hard to knock down. The problem is if they do knock him down with only armor 7, -3 for the chainsaw, armor 4, he's going to be removed pretty quick. I always found with chainsaws is they're very hard to protect, and you're almost guaranteed that the first thing your opponent will hit is a star player. Then you look into the point, obviously you can roll 1s and stuff like that, and they are a very risky investment. 130k, I don't know. He's one of the better chainsaw people just because it's hard to knock down, but you know, I'm not so sure. Interesting one is this guy, 150k. So it's 20k, obviously more expensive than Nobler, but he is movement 7. He does come with dodge. He has got leap and long legs as well. So, you know, it's a 3+ dodge. Sorry, a 3+ leap, if he needs to. And obviously, he even has dirty play as well, just for a little bit of sneakiness in there. And you can throw this guy, what's quite big, considering, obviously, you know, you play for an Ogre team. He ain't bad. He ain't bad. He's a sort of star player I always scratch my head over because I don't ever think I would take him. But he isn't bad, is he? I mean, he's got sprint, he's got sure feet. So he has potential of movement 10. What is fantastic, you know? And obviously on 3+, he can jump over. If he wasn't a loner, I would love this guy. But because he's a loner, you think, oh god, if I fail the leap at 3+, then it's going to be turnover. Because this guy's going to have the ball, isn't he? But for Ogres, he's pretty useful, I think. And I would definitely look at him. If I couldn't afford the big man, this guy here, if I couldn't afford Brickfarth and Grotty, then Scrapper certainly would be one I'd have a look at. You know, I mean, again, he's not like Spencer as well in points, is he? So it's not a bad one. And obviously, with him having leap and that, you know, he has potential to go anywhere without being, you know, bogged down. The only problem is as well because he hasn't got sure hands. You know, you're trying to pick up on a 3+. If you fail, you're probably not going to use a reroll. So it's a bit more risky against the faster teams like the Rats. Bomber Dribble Snot. Brilliant value, 60k, not bad. If you've got the Nuffle out there, you can get this guy for 10k. Problem is, they've got Stunty, so it's -1 to the throw. That sort of is nullified by accurate, because that adds +1 when trying to pass, so they both cancel each other out. I like Bomber Dribble Snot more on an Orc team than I do on the Ogres. But again, you know, if you've not got much cash, I certainly wouldn't put you off him. Like I said, looking at the Nuffle altar, we'll talk about it in a minute when I look at the stadium upgrades for the race. But 10k or 60k, it's still good value. And he, you know, he can break a cage. He's got dodge as well, so it gives him a bit of protection. Very hit and miss, as you would expect with a Goblin player. But again, if you're cheap and you haven't got much points, then, you know, he could be worth it. And finally, Morgan Thug, the elite Ogre player. Extra point of armor, mighty blow, block. Do you really want to be paying 430k though for a guy when you've already got a team full of Ogres? Surely 430k could be spent on something better. I mean, for instance, you know, we could go for obviously Brickfarth with Grotty. What's that? 290, and that'd still leave us with 140k. So we could get Nobbler. If we got an extra 10k, we could get Scrapper. We could get Bomber. Or if we've got some, you know, extra cash, we might be able to get some more stuff like this, like a Wizard or something like that. Mogthog is a great player. The problem is, it's 430k, and I very rarely see this guy played. I mean, where do you play him against? If you play him against claw teams, it's not a good idea because then his armor 10 comes to armor 7. If it's against the agility teams like Skaven and Elves and that, he's going to be chasing shadows. Dwarfs maybe might be better against, or Chorfs, preferably if they've got no claw as well. Teams like that maybe. Orcs as well, I suppose you could muscle in there with his strength 6. But it's a lot of cash. A lot of cash for Morg. And, you know, I'm not sure. Obviously, he doesn't have the bonehead was brilliant. So obviously, you know he's going to be able to go around wherever he wants. You can even give him the ball if you wish. But again, with only agility 3, it's a bit like, you know, the leaper Scrapper that, you know, if you fail your dodge, chances are 4+ loner reroll. I'm not sure. But there you go. Stadium enhancements. To me, the Nuffle altar looks a really good one. And also the Brab enhancement, you know, the refs area. They're the two I'd look at. The only problem with the refs area is obviously it's giving free Brab for people to keep kicking your star players. Not your star players, so your Ogres. Well, so is a bit of a worry. Where obviously with the Nuffle's altar, for 10k you're going to get Bomber Dribble Snot. For 10k you can't go wrong. It also opens up the options of Scrapper only 100k. A Chainsaw for 80k becomes really good value indeed. And then even for these guys, what, 290, it just makes it a little bit cheaper to 240. And that obviously would help. So me personally, if I had an Ogre team, I'd be going Nuffle's altar. If not that, I would go Brab, you know, refs area. But to me, Nuffle's altar seems a better way to go. Any way I can get value and get some star plays in my Ogre team, the better. Looking at the standard stuff, Bloodwise and Babes Robe is good because obviously your Nobblers are going to get slapped all over the place. They're only armor 5, strength 1, so almost every time they're going to be going up against 3 dice. Even things like Skinks and Goblins will beat the living daylights out of them. So you know, and obviously with them being Tichy, what is it? Is it like plus? Let's have a look. If I find it, there, that's Tichy. Does player having had 1, 2, oh, that's just my tackle zone. So you get +1 to the injury roll as well. So they are going to get splattered a lot. You know, they're only 20k. Obviously this one's 50k because obviously you pay the 30k for the mercenary. So yeah, Bloodwise Bibs Rogue's good, and obviously Rogue as well, because the last thing you want is your Rogue has been off the pitch by a knockout, don't come back. So to me, Bibs are very good. Extreme Trainer good, if you haven't already got loads of rerolls, and obviously it'll help with the Boneheads. Wizards are good, you know, they're always going to be good for any team. Brabs could be, well, Brabs are always a funny one because your little Snotlings are only 20k. So, you know, having 100, you're not going to foul with your Ogres, so to me, a Brab is just bloody useless. Halfling Master Chef, 300k is a lot of cash. I saw a guy on the Xbox yesterday playing a really good Troph team, and he took a Halfling Master Chef and he got 1 reroll in the full game. Very situational, and again, I know I'm speaking like a broken record. If I've got 300k to spend, it ain't going on the Chef. It's going on Brick because he gives me Grotty, and that is a much better spend of cash in my opinion. So overall, the Ogres always a tough team to try and win with, but when they're on the day and the Mighty Blow works, you know, they can cause so much damage. Like I said, the star plays, there is star plays there what can help them. I still say Grotty's, if you've got two natty, Grotty's the guy to go. Get the Nuffle Altar because it will help. Because like I said, even Bomber for 10k is a massive bonus. You know, I've seen this guy throw bombs all over players and caused havoc. And you know, if it doesn't come out, it doesn't come off, it's only going to cost you 10k. And the thing is, as funny as it sounds, where this guy would maybe weaken a lot of teams by putting him on the pitch, he actually strengthens the Ogre team because that means you're taking 1 less. You know, Snotling. You know, Armor 7 Strength 2 looks fantastic on this team. So there you go. So there you go. That's my first video on the star plays of the Ogre race and what I would take as inducements. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, and it'll give you updates when I do other videos, because we do various other videos. So there you go. Thanks very much. Take care, and we'll see you on the next video. Remembering myself.